Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the first tutorial that I am posting about Windows 8. So, as you can see, I have updated my computer to Windows 8. I know I made a video saying I was going to live stream the installation, but then after I made that video, I realized my computer was going to reboot at some point and the stream would be stopped. So, didn't seem like a great idea after I thought about that for a minute, so I didn't do it. So I went ahead and I installed Windows 8. Now you're probably looking at this going, what's this? Well, this is their new start screen. For years, Windows has had a start menu. It was that little menu in the bottom left corner, and you could click it and bring up the start menu. Now it is an entire screen. And you can see it. I can scroll right through. I can open an application, but let's first off go over shortcut keys and hot corners. Couple shortcut keys you're going to want to know. If I go into an application like the desktop and I hit the Windows key, that will take me back to the start screen. Let's say I'm in here and I want to get back to the start screen and I don't remember the shortcut key for some odd reason. I can go up into the hot corner and it will bring up the Charms menu. I can hit start and it will take me back as well. Another way to bring up the Charms menu is Windows C will bring up the Charms menu. Now, there's another hot corner. Over in this corner, you're going to see there's the desktop. But if I bring my mouse down, an entire bar is going to open up. And from here, I can close applications that might be running in the background. And I can also switch to them. So I have the desktop running. There's the desktop. Let's open up another application here. Let's say I have Dropbox open. Okay, Windows, key out, Google, and I can Windows key out. Now, what's really cool is now they're all over here in the side. Now, let's say I need to force quit an application. So I'm in the Google app, and you can see this is a full screen application. It's actually meant for Windows 8. If I grab the top, you see how it turns in, my mouse turned into a hand? If I click and drag down, that force quits the app, and it will get you out of the application regardless of what you were actually doing in the application. So we've talked a little bit about the start screen, and you can see some of these are actually live tiles. They're actually updating on the fly with information that is relevant to me as we are going through this video. Now, you're probably thinking, where's the search? You know, you used to be able to click the start menu and you could start typing in and it would search for things with it in the computer. Well, it's still there, and it's, I think, better inside of Windows 8. And all you have to do to access it is literally start typing. So I'm going to start typing news. And it found two applications that are about news. So I'm going to click into news, and the news app will open up. And there's the new app, the news app. I hit Windows, takes me out. Let's say I wanted to get into fireworks. I didn't know where it was. I could just start typing fire. There's fireworks. Now, in addition to searching the entire system, I can also search for files and documents and controls and settings. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few other things before we get into searching those kinds of things. Let's go into the hot corner. First option is search. So if I was on a different screen and I wasn't on the search screen, I could go to search from the Charms menu. The share option. Right now there's nothing to share, so it's not going to access anything. Start takes you back to the start screen. Devices, if you have a second screen plugged in, which I don't right now, you could control some of the settings for that. And the settings, these are actually the Windows 8 settings, so you can control your Wi-Fi, your volume, your brightness, your notifications, your power, your keyboard, and you can also go into change PC settings, and now you have finer grain control over your PC. So Windows 8 just makes it really simple to use their applications. Now, so far I have only shown you full screen applications, so like the internet. You go online, every day probably. Well, here's the internet running inside of Windows 8, almost at 7, and you can, let's go to a website here. Let's go to, let's go to the Microsoft website just for lack of any other ideas. It pulls up the website, and in just a second that bar will go away at the bottom. I'm going to click on it. And I am now on a full screen browser. Now it's hard to tell what browser I'm using. This is Internet Explorer, but I am running this inside of Windows 8 full screen. Now I can go into a desktop experience, so let's go ahead and go back. Let's go to the desktop and open up Google Chrome. One of my favorite browsers. Now it's running in the desktop environment, like you're used to. Now, a lot of controversy has been over this. Where's the start button? You know, there used to be that button right there. Now you can get some tweaks and get a start menu with inside of Windows 8. But the easiest way to get back is the Windows key, or if you hover your mouse in the bottom left corner, there's a start button. And if you click that, it will take you back to the start screen. So, just another way to get there. Another type of application you can run are legacy apps, or apps that came in Windows 7, Vista, XP, so on and so forth. How do I access this? So let me open up Smart Notebook. This is a great application if you have smart boards. Well, it's not a Windows 8 app. It's actually configured for Windows 8, but it's a legacy app. So that means it runs in the desktop environment just as you would normally expect Smart Notebook to run inside the desktop environment. And applications like the Adobe Suites, pretty much any application that you previously had in your computer should be able to run perfectly fine on Windows 8. You can pin websites. As you can see, I've got Twitter and Facebook, Prezi, YouTube. I've got all sorts of different shortcuts to it. Now, can you run other browsers in full screen? Yeah, you actually can. If you go into the settings of the browser, so in this case Google Chrome, and we make this browser the default, so we'll make Google Chrome the default browser, and I'm going to close it. I'm going to go home. Now, you can see Internet Explorer has changed. It's no longer going to run the full screen application. It's actually going to run it in the browser, or in the desktop mode. If I go to Google Chrome now, though, it's actually going to run full screen. And it also works with Firefox. Let's go ahead and show you how that works. Let's go ahead and search Fire. I don't have it installed. So installing applications can be easier. Go to Google Chrome. And I could search for Firefox.com. I think I already have it downloaded, but let's actually go and check that. Go back to the desktop. Go to the Windows Explorer. Now, the Windows Explorer does look a little different. They've now introduced the ribbon. Oh, there's a notification for you telling me the download is complete. If I click it, it will jump me back to where I was. I can click on it. Now, to notifications, you still need to go into the desktop mode, especially like browsers and stuff like that. But as you can see, a lot of great new functionality with inside of Windows 8. Now, how do we get applications? These full screen apps that I've been showing you, they look awesome. How do I get them installed on my computer? Well, that we do through the Windows Store. This is a custom app. If I right click, I can jump to the home. And that's true in any full screen application. If I right click, it will take me to a hidden menu, I guess is the way to say it. So I'm going to install this Newegg app. This is a free application you can install. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. And it's going to start installing the Newegg app. Now let's show you what it looks like if I were to look at a paid application. Well, it's kind of hard to know if you're going to want a paid application before actually trying it. There's the notification telling me Newegg's installed. But like this package tracker. I'm not sure if this is something I'd want or need. Well, you can see there's a buy button, and it's $2.99, but there's also a try button. If I click try, it will give me a 14-day trial of the application, letting me try it out and experiment with it and decide if I really do want to buy this application. So that's really cool, and it's really nice to see that they've integrated that. I can go ahead and make a new section. So I'm going to go ahead and show you another little trick. If I hit the little minus sign down here, it zooms out. Now what I can do is I can name groups. Come on. I can name it. I right click. Okay, there we go. I can right click on a group and I can name it. So trials. Group 4. Group 3. Group 2. And group 1. So you can see it's very easy to use Windows 8. And now they've got all these little names on it, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at an application. Let's take a look at the Newegg app. So this is the one we just downloaded. This was a free application. It's asking me if I'll allow it. And there you go. Now I can search the Newegg store and buy stuff directly from Newegg. So it's really cool how that works. Hit Windows key, that takes me back. So under the this was the trial app we downloaded. It's normally $2.99 if I remember correctly. And now I can look at it and see if this is something I'd really use or need. Again, it is a trial, but it is totally easy to download a trial and try it out and see if it's something you will use. There's a weather app, which I'm not going to open. You've got your calendar, you've got your desktop. Okay, what about being social? Well, Windows has added this People app. This comes on Windows 8. It's completely free. And it links all of your social media together. So this is me currently. If I right click and I go home, I can go to one of my friends. So let's go to somebody I don't mind showing you guys here. Okay, Films, Tips, and Tutorials. This is their contact information. Their latest tweet that they did. It's really easy. And you can see if I go over here and I go into Terms, Settings, and I go to Accounts, I've got my Microsoft account, my Facebook, my Skype, and my Twitter account all loaded into this People app. So it's really easy to utilize Windows 8 for social media. Oh, and here's something. A lot of these tiles are live, guys. You just saw the Newegg app change, and it's showing me current deals. All these tiles are what they call live tiles. So these actually will change and show me information that's relevant to what it is I'm doing. If I go into Mail, now Mail will become a live tile. A new mail message will come in. It will show up in the tile. So it's really easy to use Windows 8. So how do we get Windows 8? How do we update to the latest and greatest operating system? Well, you got to go to Microsoft's website. And once on Microsoft's website, you can go to Windows. And here you can read all about Windows 8, but if you scroll almost all the way down, see if I can find it here. There we go. Download and shop. It's right at the top. And you can click Buy Windows 8, and it will take you through the purchase process. One other thing that I almost forgot about is if you want to run side by side. So you remember in Windows 7, this was available in 7. You could have two applications, and you could snap one to one side, and you could snap one to the other side, and you could do this kind of side-by-side thing, but it was only in the desktop, and it was okay. But what if I want to run two totally different applications side by side and have them dynamically change to show me information for the space I'm giving it? Well, it's real easy to do in Windows 8. If I hover my mouse into the corner and drag down, let's say I want to put the People app, or actually let's do Mail. If I drag it out, you see how the desktop kind of shifted out of the way? If I want to do it in the right, I can do it there. I can drag it to the center. That will take up the full screen. Let's do it over here on the right. And I can do the same thing. Let's do this time the People application. I can drag that to the right. Obviously, the other one moved out of the way. But now it's real easy. I want to get rid of it. Just drag it off to the side. It will go away on its own. Want to close an application? Go back to the store. Boom. Closed. So this is just a very quick overview of Windows 8 running on my computer. I hope you guys decide to try Windows 8. It is well worth the $119. If you're scared of it and you still don't know what you're doing, I'm going to be making tons of video tutorials on just getting used to Windows 8. Because I've been looking myself, and I haven't found a lot out there. So, definitely stay tuned to the channel. I will have tons of more videos on Windows 8. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!